expressed in this show belong to the person expressing them. They do not purport to reflect the opinions or views of Rancher or any other entity.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Coffee and Cloud Native. My name is Adrian Goins. I am, what's a good word for today? Super excited. I am super excited to be here with you today. The purpose of this show is to share with you news and interesting content related to Kubernetes and Cloud Native, and to build a community of people who are interested in using technology to live a better life. If you're watching live, consider following or subscribing to the channel. And if you're watching a replay, then please also give the video a thumbs up so the YouTube algorithm shares it with other people. Join the free community site and the Discord server. Links to that are in the video description that I'll just start scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Live chat happens in Discord with a bot that relays between YouTube and Twitch. So come hang out with us either during the show or after the show. And as you'll see in just a minute, the chat is where the real action happens. Today's a little bit of a crazy day. I'm a little nervous. First of all, let's say hi to a bunch of people. Who do we got? Oh, we have tons of people here today. Good morning, James. Tim, hello. Thank you for joining, sir. Duck, WifeBot, of course. EllieBot, M. Layden. Who else does see here? JVB, Peter Keach, Chrysalis, all of you. Frank, wow. Rob, good morning. Alex Dorr, good morning. Vito. Nuno's not here today. Nuno is in a meeting, so somebody else has to take on the responsibility of GIF war with WifeBot, all right? Smalls. Cool, awesome. Okay, glad that all of you are here. So first up is, oh, we also have people joining from, hello. Not like this, like Lego Logic 16 coming from Twitch. Not sure what the, oh, Odin, hello, Gerald B. Okay, great. Yeah, I only see the people that are in the Discord chat, but I know we have lots of people watching on Twitch and on YouTube where the chat also works as well. So if I don't give you a direct shout out, still hello and thank you for joining. Okay, we have a new thing happening today, and it is called the Hot Seat. EllieBot will run a 5-minute giveaway in the live chat channel on Discord. I'm going to actually start that right now. Yeah, okay, great. So it's in the live chat, done. We're on. Ellie's running a 5-minute giveaway in the live chat channel on Discord. Whoever wins that, I'm going to call. See a little headphone in my ear? I'm going to call them over Discord and they get to do the A/B test with me right here, right now, today. Now it's called the Hot Seat because if you win, you have no idea what Trufflebot is going to show us. I barely have any idea what Trufflebot is going to show us since he shuffles the list of stuff and then just presents them randomly. So I'll present the content to you and then we'll spend a few seconds talking about it before we move on to the next item. So if you want to participate, oh yeah, Captain Justin says this is terrifying. It's terrifying because there's a little bit of suspense, but it's a good skill to develop because there's stress inoculation, there's uncertainty, there's snap decisions, there's processing information quickly. And honestly, it's okay. Like I'm not going to throw you in front of the wolves, throw you to the wolves. I'm not going to throw you to the wolves. This is a friendly conversation. And if you have no response to whatever we might show, then just say no comment. And that's totally fine. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll fail. If you want to give me some feedback on this, the other option that I have is we could run the giveaway the day before, and then whoever wins, I'll send you the list of links the night before, so you at least have a little bit of time to go through them. But you know, honestly, we're all good at making snap decisions. Oh my gosh, Stranger Things. Thanks, Kent. So while the giveaway is running, let's just go through a little bit of news stuff, and then I'll start the A/B test and we'll have the winner join partway through. The machine learning model that actually does the selection of content has enabled me to increase the volume of content that I'm feeding it. Whereas I used to go through 200 submissions a day myself and select about 30, the collector bots are now generating almost 2,000 submissions a day, and less than 1% of those are making it onto the show. So that's pretty cool. Every night when I run the report, I'm absolutely terrified that it's going to give me nothing because that's what it was doing last week, but it's actually because there was nothing to talk about last week. This week, it's giving me a lot of stuff, and there's stuff that doesn't make it on the show. So follow me on Twitter and you'll see stuff getting posted throughout the day, even if it's stuff I didn't get to talk about. Tomorrow is the brain dump, which is just the name that I'm giving the giveaway. The brain dump, right? You know, somebody's got a brain, they dump it, and then you learn from it. We'll be giving away the Traffic course again, and we'll do that for the rest of November because I didn't run a poll for what we might want to give away. So be sure to come back and sign up for that, since apparently Ellie is in the live chat channel. Hooray. Okay, let me pin that giveaway so I can go back and find it. We've had 6 people who've said that they want to participate, and there's only 2 minutes left. Very exciting. First up in the A/B test, and remember the voting and all of the other stuff. Oh, actually, I have instructions. I'll read. The CollectorBots gathered candidates for the show. I love it. I teleprompter, right? And TruffleBot has scored them from 1 to 5 coffees, corresponding to a 75 to 100% probability of being interesting content. TruffleBot will post them one at a time into the A/B test channel on Discord, and I'll load them up. Anyone who's watching live can rate them, and the final scores are shown when we move to the next item. And I just realized that the Restream bot doesn't restream the A/B test stuff to YouTube. I'll see if I can make that happen. Anyway, the total rating for all items shown on the show is used to rate the show itself, and then these will be used to refine the machine learning model. And it looks like the Restream chat thingy isn't up on the window as well. There's so many buttons that I have to press. Oh, it says it's live. Maybe nobody's typing anything. Okay, well, oh yeah, it does work. Look at that, it's right there. Hooray. So first up in the A/B test today, WifeBot, shout out when we've got a winner, okay? First up, we have, oh yeah, GitHub Advanced Security from Azure DevOps. Previously, you could only scan the code in your repo from GitHub Actions, but now you can do it from third-party CI pipelines. So this is an article from David. I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name, dude. I'm sorry. Actually, that shouldn't be difficult. Benvenu? All right, it's from David. And the article itself gives some basic steps of how to do this, but he also has a video that goes through the entire thing in tremendous detail. He's demonstrating using the Azure Pipelines agent to do this. And if you're using Azure, that's great. If you're not, then the content should still pass over to other CI/CD solutions. And this is great. So now from external sources, you can, that's funny, of course, Microsoft bought GitHub, so of course it works with Azure. Okay. But now you can scan your GitHub code from external pipelines and then see, we have a winner, and then see the status of your stuff in GitHub. Yay! We have a winner. Oh, this is exciting. Let me go find Old Man with a Hat. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Old
Good
Man
morning.
with a Hat.
Can you hear me?
What is you? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. There's a little bit of a delay. So the reason that the audio wasn't working is because you weren't on the call yet.
That is correct.
Okay.
I usually don't use Discord, but I didn't see the invite on the connection.
No problem. Wow, your audio is really loud. Let's turn that down a little bit so you're not blowing out the audience. And so first of all, what's your name, Old Man with a Hat?
My name is Al Moline from
hello,
Fairfax,
Al.
Virginia.
Fairfax, Virginia. Awesome. That answers my second question, which is where are you from? And before we dive into the A/B test, since you are live on the internet, is there anybody that you would like to say hello to?
I don't think I know anybody that would be listening, so we'll just say hello to the president-elect.
No. Yes, this is a non-political show. Okay, so hello to the president-elect. Cool. So you are in Discord. Let's, we didn't vote on the thing. Let's see, Adrian's going to vote on that. And let's now go back to, so I'm assuming that you're watching the stream. Are you in the A/B test channel where you can actually get the links when TruffleBot posts them?
Oh,
You're not. That's okay. That's okay. More dynamism as so there's a
there's
10-second. Yeah. So yeah, just jump on there. That way you can click on the links and open them, because between the time that I show something on the screen and the time that people see it, or the time it'll show up for you on the stream, it'll be like 10 seconds. So this will give you at least a little bit of an edge, since the speech is more real time. Next up on the A/B test, we have this tweet from Naveen S16. Naveen shows up quite a bit. He has really relevant tweets, so if you don't follow Naveen, then I recommend that you do. And in this particular case, he is introducing us to a -- atomic flag that is available within Helm, which means that if you do an update of a Helm release and it fails, it will automatically roll back for you. I didn't realize that that flag existed, and I thought that that was sweet and simple enough to put on the show. Al, what do you think? Cool or not cool?
I think it's cool, but I would almost expect it to be the default.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, I could see the value in it being default. I can also see that if it was the default, I don't know, maybe if an upgrade failed, I'd want the opportunity to troubleshoot it before it automatically rolled back. But then that would probably be more of an edge case than a normal case. Yeah, I'm with you. It seems like that should be the default. Cool. All right, voting is closing. And next up, we have this one. This individual began a DevSecOps journey and wanted to share with us the information that, I don't know if it's he or she or they or whatever, wanted to share the information that was collected. It's so difficult to keep track of all of this. There's a roadmap that this person presented for us that talks about the DevSecOps journey and the various things that exist throughout it. And then under resources, we have design, develop, build, test, deploy, operate, and monitor, with resources underneath each of them for where you can find more information. And now understand that this person is just sharing their experience. They may or may not be the be all and end all, but they are also asking for feedback. They've presented some other roadmaps here, including the DevSecOps security checklist, from wherever that comes from, Screen, the US Department of Defense DevSecOps workflow. That's probably pretty legit. And if you have anything that you would like to add or change, or if you have more information, they're asking for you to just submit PRs so that this can become a community resource. I like seeing things where people take not just the stuff that they've learned and immediately want to share, because that can be hit or miss if they learned something yesterday and they want to share it today, but also where they're sharing the resources that they found, because that's basically what the show is. What do you think, Al?
I think that's pretty cool. I like the diagram. It's always hard to explain DevSecOps to people.
Do you do any work in the DevSecOps space?
I'm an enterprise architect, so we kind of deal with all different spaces.
Okay. All right, let's give that a rating, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is great. Daniel shows up a lot on the show these days, and I always butcher his name, so I actually sent him a tweet this morning. I sent him a direct message, and I was like, dude, will you please tell me how to pronounce your name? Just so that I don't like screwing up people's names. So I told him how I think it was pronounced, and I saw just a couple minutes ago, he sent me a response that I think has an actual link to a audio file or something. So this is an older Twitter thread that he has on the hidden costs of the various strategies of deploying a Kubernetes cluster. Do you deploy fewer big nodes or lots of smaller nodes? Al, which do you prefer?
Lots of big nodes.
Lots of big nodes. Okay, enterprise architect. All right. So why do you favor? Okay, so lots of big nodes as opposed to more lots of smaller nodes. Did you know that that there are significant reservations from the cloud providers for Kubernetes nodes? Like what they hold back for memory for the operating system or for CPU?
Yeah, I don't have too much experience running Kubernetes in the cloud. So,
Okay. So
yeah.
I didn't realize this until I saw this yesterday, and there's a more detailed article that I'll click onto in a second. But here he shows that, for example, if you deploy a Kubernetes worker node in, where is this? Oh, actually, these are imagine if. So GCP's standard 1 vCPU and 4 gigs of RAM actually reserves 25% of memory for the operating system in the kubelet, leaving you only 75%. And an AWS M5 large reserves 7%. So that's a big difference between two cloud provider instances for reservations. And then in the continuing article, they talk about, let's see if I can find, where's the link to the actual article? There. They
Seems
talk
like
about,
seems
sorry,
like it should be more of a sliding scale, depending on the size of the node.
Yeah, I would imagine that what he compared there is actually like something with 4 gigs of RAM versus something with 8 gigs of RAM. But the difference between 7% and 25% is still significant, although the actual RAM allocation itself is 574 megabytes versus, or megabytes, versus almost a gigabyte of RAM. The article continues to talk about the costs associated with these things. How much interaction do you have, Al, with the cost planning of your architected solutions? Or do you just architect like the best from a performance perspective?
So yeah, I don't have the cost is really kind of at the project level rather than down. I don't get down usually too much to the CPU level.
Okay. And I just remembered after I asked the question that you said you don't actually do much with Kubernetes in the cloud. So when you're doing enterprise architecture stuff, you guys have on-prem, private cloud?
We're just starting off on the journey, I'd say. So.
Oh, okay. I thought the article was great because it does a really good comparison between and continues to talk about the pros and the cons of using more nodes versus fewer nodes, and some unexpected surprises. So let's give that a rating and let's move on to the next one. Do you do any work with AWS at all,
Al? We've got. We're starting off with workloads on AWS, but we've been using cloud.gov actually, or Cloud Foundry for quite a while.
Okay. Do you know about AWS landing zones?
No.
Neither did I. This is... So AWS, I mean, there's so much that you can do out in any cloud provider that it's easy to do things badly or to do things the way that you think that they should be done, but the rules are different in a cloud environment. So AWS has created what's called a landing zone where you can follow AWS recommended best practices and basically template out environments. So if you're spinning up environments for teams, then you can just say deploy, and it's got all of the components. In fact, they have this term here, an AVM or account vending machine, that I thought was pretty cool. So that you can just literally be like, go, and it or people can self-serve and deploy the stuff that they want or that they need, and it's pre-configured to follow best practices, whether that's for security, for operations, for workload deployments. So before I give my thoughts on the pros and cons of this, what do you think, Al?
Anything that automates best practices is good. Since I work in government, I'd also be looking for FedRAMP certification.
It'd be interesting to see if landing zone is, I imagine if it's an AWS feature, it would be available in their GovCloud region as well and would have additional parameters attached to it. I don't deal with the Gov space, but we have the federal people who do. Do you think this is better for users, or do you think this is better for Amazon because it gets you to deploy lots more stuff?
Probably a bit of both. In general, I'm a little bit wary of the kind of Amazon platform services because I think it kind of just hides the infrastructure that's being deployed, and you're not necessarily getting the density that you would if you just kind of manage your own Kubernetes cluster in the cloud. So, yeah, even though they say it's serverless, there are servers behind things, and and you don't really, it's just kind of hiding things from you. So being able to get the visibility to actually seeing what you're deploying and how you're deploying it and what your density is, I tend to shy away from some of the platform services that might be just spinning up VMs on demand.
I like to remind people that AWS has AWS's best interests in mind, no matter what. And even if they're doing good for people, it just means that it's doing better for Amazon. So not to say that a solution like this is necessarily bad, just go into it with eyes open and keep an eye or a hand or a lock on your wallet, because it's really easy to overspend. So for the A/B test, that's all that we have time for. So you did wonderfully, Al. Thank you so much for joining me and participating in the show today. And yeah, so do you have anything you'd like to say before we go? Before you go, because I have one more segment after this. Do you have anything you'd like to say goodbye?
Have a good day, everyone.
All right, everybody, round of applause for Al. Thank you for joining. Have a great day, Al. Well, that was fun. Now I have to disconnect the call. And how was that? Let me know if that was interesting and fun. I'd like to get more people from the community on the show. I don't want to turn it into necessarily like an interview style podcast thing, but I think Al did wonderfully for being thrown stuff just out of the blue. Let's wrap up the A/B test, giving us a show rating of 4 coffees. That's really good. I think the machine learning model is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So that takes us to tool of the day. I have so many buttons to click. I can't quite click the button to get the tool of the day up before it hits on the next thing. Today's tool of the day is called, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Gatus. I'm going to go with gatus because it sounds like Roman and it's got the cool icon there that looks like it came out of, what was the game with the cogs? Okay, whatever. I'm over it. So this, if you're familiar with, something like, now I don't even remember the name of it. Everybody's using it as a status dashboard. I want to say PagerDuty, but that's not it. Whatever. If you're familiar with any kind of status thing, this is basically a self-service tool that does the same thing. You can configure it to monitor your stuff and send alerts. And he's got a sample of it up here out at twinnation.org. Let me pop that up for you. And you can see it's just a really simple health status dashboard. So, he has these checks configured to run every minute. And so it's giving you, the status of the things. And it would, of course, show you historically if any of those were bad. Gives you the aggregate, so 1 to 14 milliseconds. And Peter Keach, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the live chat. Peter Keach, Prometheus and Grafana for the status dashboard. I think the objective here is this isn't actually targeted at Kubernetes. You can run it in Kubernetes. It has alpha support for Kubernetes discovery, but it's more of an external monitoring system for doing like HTTP checks or checking the performance of things from the outside. And it'll run, for anything. You could use it to monitor, Google if you so cared about that. It has notification support for, okay, people are like, somebody just shouted out my name again. What? I saw, where did that come from? OneDrop, where did you post that? Okay, I don't even know where that, Okay, whatever. OneDrop posted something, it popped up, I can't find it. Anyway, somebody apparently just had this on their show. So you've got monitoring for Slack, PagerDuty, Twilio, Mattermost, custom alerts, auto discovery for Kubernetes is alpha. They have a really nice definition of alpha. It says it's likely to change, like it probably works, but there might be breaking changes in future releases. That's a good alpha definition. Alpha used to mean totally broken, and now it just means, we might change it as it gets better. Yeah. Simple status dashboard. You can use it for yourself. You can use it for your applications. You can expose it to clients. You can get some history. It gives you, daily performance reports and automatic updates. Simple, sweet, clean. I present you with Gatus, the Roman gladiator. Oh, is it over there? Okay, so apparently OneDrop posted that in the Kate's at Home chat under observability, where I don't even lurk in this channel. Hey, okay, all right, that's cool. So OneDrop was cross-posting this into the Kate's at Home Discord. If you're not in there, they have a lot of really cool home lab related stuff, but a lot of really nice small packagey things like this. Okay, top of the hour. That means we have 2 minutes left for me to get out of here and leave you for the rest of your day. That is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Al, for diving into the uncertainty and joining me on the show. If you like that segment, please let me know. If you have feedback on how it could be better, I just threw myself into the mix as well. Please also let me know. Links to everything that I talk about on the show go up in the free community site at community.cncn.io after the show ends. Come join us. Community members get early access to the links, video replay, and other exclusive content. And in fact, well, first of all, it's free to join and it's growing every day. But if you have something that you'd like for me to consider for the show, I've been telling you to just find me and tell me about it. But no, don't do that. Join the community site and post it there. That way, everybody can automatically, immediately go and discover it, even if it doesn't make it on the show or doesn't make it on the show for some time. People can benefit from it. And that way, the community is about more than just the show. So post it in the community site, mention me so that I get a notification. I'll check it out. Everybody else will check it out. We can talk about it, and then I can present more information about it. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Keep learning. I will see you in the next show. Stay caffeinated.